rust, silence. A single tank, low to the ground, skittered on articulated rat legs. It was a relic, the last of its kind. Its brethren, the swift and silent hunters, were gone. Only it remained. The world now belonged to the chickens. Gigantic lumbering tanks perched on powerful drumstick legs. They were slow, clumsy, but overwhelmingly numerous. Their clucking engines echoed through the shattered cities of man. The lone survivor, the rat, remembered a different time, a time before the Great War, when humans walked the earth and tanks were their tools, not their inheritors, a time before the mutations, before the chickens. But that was a lifetime ago. Now it was time for one last stand. The rat stood at the edge of the vast dusty plain. The air hung heavy and hot, the silence broken only by the distant cawing of crows. And then he heard it, a rhythmic thumping like a giant's heartbeat. The chickens were coming. The ground trembled as they drew closer. Dozens of them, their silhouettes black against the setting sun. Each one was a mountain of metal, their chicken legs ending in enormous talons that dug furrows in the earth with every stride. The rat knew he couldn't win in a straight fight. He had to be smart. He had to use his speed and agility, the very things that made his kind different, to survive. He scurried into the shadows, his rat legs barely whispering against the dry ground. The hunt was on. The first rays of dawn painted the battlefield in hues of orange and purple. The chickens, overconfident, had spread out during the night. Now, they were easy pickings. The rat struck from the shadows. His cannon roared, a single defiant bark against the morning silence. One of the chickens, caught off guard, exploded in a shower of sparks and metal. The others, startled awake, turned their massive bodies, their metal beaks searching for the source of the attack. But the rat was already gone, darting between their legs, a blur of motion against the rising sun. He was a phantom, a whisper of death in the growing light. He hit them where they were weakest, targeting their joints, their engines, their exposed cockpits. Each explosion was a victory, a testament to his tenacity, his will to survive. But there were too many. Slowly, inevitably, the chickens began to wear him down. His ammunition dwindled. His once pristine armor was now scarred and dented. He had to end this, now. He saw his chance. In the center of the battlefield, surrounded by a ring of his fallen brethren, stood the largest of the chickens, its metal beak stained with oil and smoke. The Alpha. The rat charged. He raced across the open ground, a tiny speck of defiance against the monstrous silhouette of the Alpha. The giant chicken, surprised by this sudden act of bravery, hesitated for a moment. It was all the time the rat needed. He fired his last shell. It struck the Alpha's chest, right where he knew its power core lay. There was a blinding flash, a deafening roar, and then silence. The Alpha, engulfed in flames, toppled to the ground, its reign of terror finally over. The rat, battered but alive, emerged from the wreckage. He was the last rat. But as long as he drew breath, there was hope. Hope for a new dawn, a world free from the tyranny of the chickens. Hope for the future.